Be informed. Be guided. Be inspired. As Hector Macalalag Leadership Channel proudly presents the Chronicles of an Outstanding and Inspiring Leaders. The Leader on a Spotlight. Inspirational thoughts about success. The mini devotional for leaders. Educational updates. Review sessions for Principals Swain and EMT. And leadership principles and many other segments.
How are you today? Isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. A blessed day to all of you. So this is video number 3. The first one is the introduction of DepEd Order number 24, series of 2020. The second video is domain number 1. And this is domain number 2, managing school operations and resources. This domain is very crucial also among the 5 domains of PPSSH. I hope that you will really himay-himay all of the parts of this domain because these 5 domains are the center of the principal's exam that will be conducted very soon. So here we go. Let us now discuss domain number 2. Welcome to domain number 2 of our National Qualifying Examination for School Heads, otherwise known as the Principal's Exam 2021. This is domain number 2, managing school operations and resources. Again, ito po ang inyong lingkod, si Hector D.N. Macalalag, PhD, CESE, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. I hope that you learn a lot from domain number 1. And we are now on domain number 2. This managing school operations and resources is really one of the major functions of a school principal or school head in generally. Because this will set the tone and the quality of operations and how you manage resources in your respective schools. I hope that this session will help you as you prepare your principal's examination. So, join me as we discuss domain number 2. Domain number 2 centers on the role of school heads in managing systems and processes in schools. School heads are responsible in creating and managing systems and processes in school. Kasi pag wala kang system, anong i-manage mo? Kailangan you establish that system and you manage that system and processes in the school. Domain number 2 highlights the school head's commitment in ensuring efficiency, effectiveness, and fairness in discharging functions towards maximizing organizational health. What are the keywords here? School head's commitment. So dapat yung school head's commitment ay nandyan. You have to ensure that you have the efficiency, effectiveness, and fairness in discharging your functions. And we have a keyword here, which is organizational health. Organizational health means your organization must be healthy. Because if your organization is not healthy, how can you function well in your respective schools. So kailangan you have to maximize your organizational health and you have to maximize your people. You have to give them, empower them, and capacitate them. And you must ensure that all your processes are efficient, effective, and you exercise fairness. No? Dapat walang mga favoritism. And then, domain number 2 emphasizes that school heads should understand and implement laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances that relate to the management of human, financial, and material resources. So, kayo talaga yung mag-execute ng plan, mag-implement ng mga laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances. But before you can implement that one, kailangan you have that understanding of the different laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances. So you must have time to study all those mga issuances. Ano yung mga issuances natin? Nasa DepEd Order, nasa DepEd Memo, Regional Memo, Regional Order, down to the division and to the school level. Because if you do not understand all of those, may problema tayo dyan. And of course, the different laws that affects us, especially in the field of education, particularly, halimbawa, sa Republic Act 10533, yung K-12, at yung Republic Act 9155, and so many other laws that is related to the Department of Education. And you, the school heads, they should support in establishing a culture of transparency and accountability in the continuous delivery of basic education services. So dapat yung culture of transparency and accountability is well established in the school. So dapat transparent sa lahat ng transaction. Pag sinabing culture, that should be institutionalized in your school. Transparency and accountability should be there in delivering the basic education services. So dapat yung transparency board ninyo hindi transparent na walang laman. Dapat transparent kayo sa lahat ng transactions ninyo. Not only financials, but all of the transactions in the school. And you have that accountability as a school head. Let us now start with Strand 2.1. This is about records management. So, in career stage 1, sa records management, you must demonstrate skills in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT. So sa records management, kailangan talaga, it is a must for a school head. Kasi career stage 1 lang, no? Demonstrate knowledge about data and information using technology, including ICT. Ngayon, pag sinabi ng school head, I am not knowledgeable on that, sir, dahil matanda na ako, hindi ko na kaya, then you can use and you can have that pool of experts in your school. Pag walang marunong sa inyong school, you can ask assistance from our ICT officer or IT officer in our division. So, pag career stage 1, dapat you will demonstrate skills. So, pag sinabing skills, sa iyo mismo. So, you must learn the skills in managing school data and information. So, you can acquire this by, of course, attending to different trainings. Naalala ko, may training ang national about this, di ba? So, that is career stage 1. In career stage 2, you manage school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. So kanina demonstrate, nasa iyo lang. Sa career stage 2, you manage school data and information using technology, at may kasunod na siya, in order to ensure efficient and effective school operations. That's the desired output that you will have. So you have to manage school data and information. So talagang you are applying this in order for your school to be efficient and effective. Sa career stage 3, sa records management, you have capacitated your school personnel in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. So kung kanina you apply sa career stage 2, ito you have capacitated. So ikaw na school head, kailangan you have capacitated your school personnel about this records management, including ICT. So hindi na uso yon na ikaw lang nakakaalam or selected lang nakakaalam. So you capacitate your school personnel. So that is career stage 3. Ay dahil gusto natin na efficient and effective ang ating school operations. So you have to capacitate your school personnel. Sa career stage 4, you have to exhibit best practice in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. So, pag na-exhibit ka na ng best practice, ibig sabihin, institutionalize mo na sa iyong school. Yung nakapacitate mo ng school personnel, tapos lahat na sila ay marunong na about this records management. So, pag nag-exhibit ka na ng best practice, you are now ready to share that best practice to other schools or cluster or in the division. So that is career stage 4. You exhibit best practice in managing school data. All of this is in order to ensure efficient and effective school operations. Sa strand 2.2, this is financial management. This is one of the major function of a school head. Kasi naman, di ba sa inyo pinapadaan yung mga MOE ninyo, lalong-lalo na rin sa mga empowered, kasali na rin ang mga sweldo, pati MOE. And you have your own financial staff. Sa mga hindi empowered institution, schools, hindi yung mga implementing unit, you have also bigger responsibility for financial management dahil you are banded. So nasa inyong nakapangalan lahat ng financial transactions sa school. So sa career stage 1, you demonstrate knowledge and understanding of policies, guidelines, and issuances in managing finances such as allocation, procurement, disbursement, and liquidation aligned with the school plan. So dapat you have that understanding of the policies, guidelines, and issuances. So pag wala ka niyan, nako delikado ang pag-manage ng school. Kung hindi ka marunong sa mga ganyan. So yung mga policies dapat kabisado. So that is career stage 1 now. Demonstrate knowledge lang, di ba? So, how much more in career stage 2? In career stage 2, you have to manage finances, adhering to policies, guidelines, and issuances in allocation, procurement, disbursement, and liquidation aligned with the school plan. So, marami tayong school plan, school improvement plan, annual implementation plan, yung PPMP, and many others. So, you have to manage that. So, you have to apply. sa career stage 2. Sa career stage 3, you exhibit efficient and effective practices in the management of finances, consistently adhering to policies, guidelines, and issuances and allocation, procurement, disbursement, and liquidation aligned with the school plan. Kasi yung ibang schools talaga, hindi maiiwasan. Yung iba matagal mag-liquidate, yung iba madali mag-liquidate. What is the difference? So, if you're in the career stage 3, you have exhibit efficient and effective practices. So, nasa school head talaga yan. Kasi yung iba matagal makaliquidate, kaya marami tayong audit observation from COA. No? Kasi there's a number of days, usually, you have to liquidate that one within 30 days. Depende rin sa nakuha ninyong money, kung saan yun na-spend. So, yung iba, dahil matagal makaliquidate, so, lalong-lalong sa mga implementing unit, talagang magkakaroon tayo ng audit observation memorandum from the Commission on Audit. So, kailangan talaga, if you're in the career stage 3, you have that efficient and effective practices. Now, in career stage 4, you create and implement a checking mechanism in order to sustain efficient and effective management of finances while adhering consistently to policies, guidelines, and issuances and allocation, procurement, disbursement, and liquidation aligned with school plan. So, you have a checking mechanism. You institutionalize those efficient and effective practices. So, pag may efficient at effective practices ka, you institutionalize that one, you create and implement a mechanism in order to sustain that one. So, you are now in career stage 4. So, may mga school heads ako based on my observation na ganito, na nasa career stage 4. Talagang magagaling. Yun ang mga school heads na ito. Mayroon silang mechanism in school. So, napakadali lang nilang mag-manage ng kanilang financial transactions. While yung iba, naaabutan talaga, no? Yung iba, na-issuehan pa nga ng mga demand letters. Kasi napakatagal nang na cash advance ang kanilang MOE, hindi pa rin naliliquidate. So, nasa pagmamanage talaga yan ng school head. So, sa strand 2.3, this is about school facilities and equipment. So, isa din ito sa major function ng school heads. So, about school facilities and equipment. So, pero hindi mo rin pwedeng sabihin na dyan ka na lang mag-focus and this is the only basis na magaling ang school head, diba? Kasi pag makita natin na, napakaganda ng school, so napakagaling ng school head. That is true, but school facilities and equipment is just one of the strand sa domain number 2. So, napakaraming strand. So, sa career stage 1, you demonstrate knowledge and understanding of policies, guidelines, and issuances on acquisition, recording, utilization, repair and maintenance, storage and disposal, and managing school facilities and equipment. So, lahat-lahat ng yon, mga issuances and guidelines, no? So, lalong-lalo na DepEd now is conducting inventory. So, kung nag-demonstrate ka lang ng knowledge, you are on career stage 1. So, dapat marami talagang dapat i-study ang school head kasi naniwala tayo na crucial yung function ng school heads. Kasi sa department natin, 2 posisyon lang ang may exam. That is the principal and the superintendent. So, crucial talaga. So, sa career stage 2, you manage school facilities and equipment in adherence to policies, guidelines, and issuances on acquisition, recording, utilization, repair and maintenance, storage, and disposal. So kung kanina, demonstrate ka lang ng knowledge, that is career stage 1. Sa career stage 2, kung nag-manage ka na, you are applying that your adherence to the policies, guidelines, and issuances. So you are now in career stage 2. Sa career stage 3, you established shared responsibility in managing school facilities and equipment in adherence to policies, guidelines, and issuances, in acquisition, recording, utilization, repair and maintenance, storage, and disposal. O, take note ha, may mga disposal na tayo, no? So, parang hindi gaanong na-apply ito noon. So, ngayon talagang there is that disposal. So, pag na-establish na ang shared responsibility kasi, this is everybody's business. Hindi lang ito naman responsibility ng principal or school head. So, you have to establish this shared responsibility in order to manage school facilities and equipment. So, this is not your job alone as principal. Job ito ng lahat. So, you must establish that shared responsibility. And if you have established that shared responsibility, you are on career stage 3. Now, if you systematize processes in managing school facilities and equipment in adherence to policies, guidelines, and issuances on acquisition, recording, utilization, repair and maintenance, storage, and proposal, pag may na-systematize ka na process, you have established a systematic process in your school in managing these school facilities and equipment in adherence, of course, to the policies and guidelines and issuances. So, you are on career stage 4. Talaga namang kahit wala pa itong PPSSH, itong 5 domains, may mga school heads na naka-establish ng systematic processes. Kasi depende talaga yan on how creative and resourceful are the school heads. So there is wala talagang sinasabi na definite na Bible or definite na rules on this. So it depends on your creativity, resourcefulness, and on how you implement this systematic processes in your school. So may mga school heads talagang magagaling. So sa mga bago, especially on the neophytes, as well as to the aspiring school heads, so this is your ultimate goal. You have to establish systematic processes in order to be on the career stage 4. Let us now proceed with the management of staff. This is one of the crucial function of a school head. So, management of staff. So, importante din ito sa school heads. So, in career stage 1, you have to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of laws, policies, and guidelines and issuances on managing school staff. So, pag career stage 1, kadalasan talaga demonstrate knowledge lang, di ba? So, parang hindi mo pa siya na-apply. So, pag may knowledge ka lang about it, so that is career stage 1. Sa career stage 2, manage staffing. So, pag sinabing manage, you are applying it. No? Your knowledge, yung na-demonstrate mo na knowledge, you're applying it to actual scenario. So, you have to manage staffing such as teaching load distribution, grade level, subject area assignment, in adherence to laws, policies, and guidelines, and issuances based on the needs of the school. So, one of your major functions is the assignment of teacher load, grade level, subject area assignment. So, if you apply that one, you are on career stage 2. So, na-apply mo na siya, di ba? So, this is one of the major function of school head talaga. So, believe ako sa mga school heads na napakagaling. na mag-manage ng ganito. Sa career stage 3, you have to engage school personnel in maintaining effective management of staff in adherence to laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances based on the needs of school. So pag sinabi mong engage school personnel, yung sa career stage 2, ikaw yung nag-apply, di ba? Sa career stage 3, you engage school personnel. So meaning to say, you are assigning somebody, you empower somebody, of course with your supervision. You engage school personnel in maintaining effective management of staff. So alam nila ng mga school personnel and how to do it, especially on assignment of loads and year level assignments. Alam nila. Hindi lang pwede na ikaw lang yung makaalam. So, kailangan yung mga staff natin and school personnel, alam din nila how to do it. And the highest level is career stage 4. So, this one is you have empowered them, the school personnel, in sustaining effective management of staff in adherence to laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances based on the needs of school. So, kasi iba yung engaged school personnel kaysa empowered. So, pag sinabing empowered, with minimal supervision na lang yan. So, pag engaged pa, of course, ikaw pa rin ang nakakaalam ng lahat, di ba? Pero may mga nag-a-assist na sa iyo, may mga tutulong na sa iyo. Pero empowered with minimal supervision on the part of the teachers. Let us now proceed to strand 2.5. This is about school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency. So dapat alam ng mga school heads natin about disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency. So, in career stage 1, you have to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of laws, policies, guidelines, and issuances on managing school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency in ensuring continued delivery of instruction. So, kasi kailangan talaga yung mga school heads natin on these areas, disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency, they must have that basic understanding about it. So if you have demonstrated knowledge about it, you are on career stage 1. On career stage 2, if you manage school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency to ensure continuous delivery of instruction, then you are on career stage 2. You are applying what you have learned. So, marami naman tayong mga training about this, and in fact, even in small divisions, we have PDO in charge for this. So, we have lots of trainings, and I hope that our school heads are ready for this. So, if you are managing that one, is you are in the career stage 2. Let us now proceed with career stage 3. So, if you work in the wider school community in managing school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency in order to maintain continuous delivery of instruction, so you are on career stage 3. So, what is the difference? So, yung career stage 2 nag-implement ka. Pero when you are working in the wider school community, so you are on career stage 3. So when you collaborate with the school community in having and applying this disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency, so you are on career stage 3. If you institutionalize the effective practice or management of school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation, and resiliency in order to sustain the continuous delivery of instruction, then you are on career stage 4. Institutionalize na talaga sa school. Pag sinabi natin institutionalize, talagang systems are there, you have established it, and all systems go. Kahit walang mga reminders, kahit walang mga urgent, mga asap-asap na institutionalized, alam na lahat. So, is a wider community on how to do it. So, that is career stage 4. Let us now have strand 2.6. This is about emerging opportunities and challenges. So, kasali ito sa domain number 2, which is managing school operations and resources. So, sa career stage 1, if you identified emerging opportunities and challenges in addressing the needs of learners, school personnel, and other stakeholders, kung na-identify mo, kung alam mo, you are on career stage 1. If you manage the emerging opportunities and challenges to encourage equality and equity in addressing the needs of learners, school personnel, and other stakeholders, na-apply mo siya, that you are on career stage 2. So, that's a difference. So, when you identify the opportunities and challenges, you are on career stage 1. But when you manage the opportunities and challenges, you are on career stage 2. When you capacitate the school personnel in managing emerging opportunities and challenges, then you are on career stage 3. And when you empower school personnel in managing the emerging opportunities and challenges, you empower, so you are on career stage 4. So, yun po ang ating mga different strands in managing school operations and resources on domain number 2. So, ilang strand ba lahat ang ating managing school operations and resources? There are 6 strands, and this is being categorized into 4 career stages. Thank you very much for listening, at mabuhay po kayong lahat. That's domain number 2. I hope those examples and discussions that I have on every strands help you realize and internalize the importance of domain number 2. Watch out for my next video. It's about domain number 3. And as we brace this journey together with you, I hope and I'm hoping and praying that you will really pass the principal's test, especially those who are viewing this video.